Do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. It's me, Flint Gunner Wright, Frater Metatron, also known as the War Engine. It's been a while since I've done any of these. During Hurricane Helene, I had, before that, a huge YouTube channel. Many videos had tens of thousands of views, and it was taken down. I had nothing to respond to it due to something happened during Hurricane Helene that I guess the government wanted covered up, and I'm not going to say it again so that this does not get taken down as well. But yeah, if you ever want to know about it, you can message me. Yeah, it's anyways, different thing. But yeah, been working on some music. Hopefully gonna do a tour here soon with my new music group Metatron and the Montauk Boys. I got some new songs that I've created, but I also want to focus on a lot of reworks, remakes, like Rock the Gaza is one of them. Basically I don't want to call it a cover because it's very different than a cover of the Clash's version, but it's going to connect to real-time events. And Joe Strummer created that out of his hatred towards the Ayatollah. He at first thought it was good the Shah was going down because media said the Shah was doing a lot of things, and then went over there to party with him and found, you would go to prison for music, like one of my Thalemite friends who lived in Tehran had happened to him a couple years ago. He realized he was bamboozled by the Western media on the reality of what was on the ground in Iran in the late 70s. Anyways, so and the cool thing is there's a lot of Thelemites over there, so we need to help them. This is the Book of the Law, of course. A nice version that one of the hermits of the OTO, Saladin, gave to me. He did initiations all over the Middle East, pre-Global War on Terror, and some during that, from Saudi Arabia to Turkey, Iraq, Bahrain, some other ones there, and of course all over South America and stuff. He'd been in the OTO longer than I had been alive, and he's been a great influence on me and teacher, you could say. I met him at Noticon 5. He was the keynote speaker, if any of y'all went there, and I was about ready to join the Marine Corps, do the whole, wanting to either do that or Green Beret. I born in Langley, my dad Marine Scout Sniper. Even after that, he police and instructor, SWAT team sniper, did instructing with FBI and CIA, things like that. So I always thought I was gonna go that route. But that Noticon, he spent a couple hours in his hotel room showing me some videos because he just got back from Iraq. He was going back in a matter of months, and he explained to me it's a civil war we didn't need to be a part of, and yeah, our Bush was fucking it up basically, and you shouldn't get yourself involved in that. So it kind of changed the whole direction of life to me that weekend. And also met Satra Wasserman that weekend, James Wasserman's son, and me and that person met up in New York City for the new Lodge Master to be installed at Tahuti. And it was a great time and kind of changed my whole life experience, what I was thinking I was going to do. I moved up there with Satra and lived with the Wasserman family, and also at the time I was working with Temple Thelema, which was on polar opposites of at least the AA side and things like that of the Wassermans. And yeah, so it was very an interesting experience. But I learned from a lot of great Thelemites, who, again, not only Wasserman and his whole crew there that continued to run Tahuti, but also I got to learn a lot from the Eshelman side. Although there was a break right then between Eshelman and Shoemaker, so that kind of went to soured some. But anyways, that's a different story. Anyways, I think us Thelemites right now should really look into our Middle Eastern brethren. This book, The Son of Knowledge, Shams al-Marif. If you're not already studying it, it's kind of like what 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the Thelemites were studying Abramelin the Mage. This is going to be the next huge thing. It already is, for those in the know. I started studying this about 4 years ago, I think, when this came out, or a little bit before that. Unfortunately, I have a lot of magical studiers, or whatever you want to call it, that are from the Middle East and grew up in Islam, and also know about this. It's something that can get you in trouble over there. It's illegal in most Islamic countries, but at the same time, it is the original was in Aramaic. I have a lot of people that are magic studiers from Yemen and stuff that say, like, you can't really study it unless you learn Aramaic. Arabic doesn't give it its full rights. I don't know. Hopefully, at some point, maybe we'll find a person that's very fluent in ancient Aramaic that can study the ancient version and decide from there. I don't know. But that would be cool if so. Either way, it's progressing the way forward with the Gen. And what's going on in Iran right now is horrible. People talk about Nazis. They killed something like 30,000 people in the matter of a couple days. To my knowledge, at least in the early years of the Nazis, they weren't doing anything like that. For the beginning of this, for them to just decide to kill 30,000 people all in the matter of like 72 hours, that's like the worst evil that I think anyone living now has ever seen in their lifetime, or has the ability to see. We haven't seen anything like this. So it's really funny that these free Palestine people, which it was horrible what happened in Palestine too, but that happened for a reason. They were attacked, the Jews. I had a friend that was at the Nova Music Festival that was killed. So, he was just there to dance, and he was tortured and killed for what? Wanting to dance? That's pretty evil. So, you out there that want to free Palestine, remember that. And if you like LGBT rights, gay rights, why don't you try going there and talking to them about it? You'll be thrown over the roof before the sun goes down. So keep in mind who you're defending. Are you defending your ally or your enemy? You really got to do your own research to know what's going on. Don't just rely on the psyops that you're being fed by these various news organizations that don't feed news, but psyops. This is really the age of the intelligent thinker, and those who are not intelligent will become slaves. They've already became it. So anyways, don't be a slave. Be a god. Be intelligent. Love is the law. Love under will.